Alright, I wish that you all could see this janky setup that I got going on in here. I figured the best way to start is to just go ahead and start. So today, I'm going to do a makeup look. I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, so this is the look that I'm going to show you how I achieved tonight. I think that the simplest way to get this whole thing started was to go ahead and use the products that I got yesterday in my Sephora haul video. If you check that out, then you already know what they were, and if you didn't check it out, then the link will be down below in the description box, and you should check it out, and you should check this one out too. If you're interested in seeing how I achieved this look, then stay tuned. Just as a note, this is one of the looks from the lookbook that I got out of my Urban Decay smoked palette. This one is called Rockstar, a rendition of said look. So stay tuned. As with any type of makeup application, whether it be something dramatic like this or just a simple, nude look, I always start with eyeshadow base. I like to use NYX shadow base, the flat white base. I also have this shadow base in flesh tone, not my flesh, I don't know whose flesh, but I also have the shadow base in flesh tone and also in like a shimmery white. I don't use those ones as much just because the white is way more versatile. So, yeah. So I just take a scoop of that. This is it on my fingertip here. And I have almost time for a new one. Anyway, take a scoop of that. And then I just pat it all over my lid. Because I didn't do my foundation first, I don't really need to worry about the fact that I kind of went out of bounds there, but that's okay. I like to do it, and I usually sweep a little bit over and under, over my eyebrow and underneath my eye. It could be doing nothing, I don't know, it makes me feel better about myself, so that's what I do. And the next step of my process is to do my brow. As you can see, anyway, this is actually an LA Colors black brown pencil. I just don't know where my pencil sharpener is, but I think I can swing it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. So how I do my brow is I go ahead and kind of just trace the shape I want, which is pretty much the shape that they are most days. On my blog, I have a fake it till you make it pictorial about how I do my brows in between waxing so that they don't look quite as jacked. So I have a basic situation of what I want my brow to look like. So I take and I pick up a little product on this little angled brush. It's just a brush that came with my High Intensity Pigments gel liner, and I like to use these not for the gel liner but for this. So once I get done with that shape, I just kind of flick upwards, and as you can see, it's giving my brow more density. Anyway, I'm sorry, my camera wasn't working with me, and that's just a part of the game, I guess. So now, what I was saying was I didn't really like the underside of this, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean it up with some concealer. This is my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW45. And I just take a little bit of that on another angled brush and go right underneath. And then blend it down. This step is totally optional. But anyway, as you can see, gives you a nice clean line. And that is how I do my brows. You'll notice this crease here. That's from my shadow primer. And just tap it. Because if you put your shadow on over that crease, it's going to cause a crease later in the day. And the whole point of your shadow primer is so that you don't crease. To start this look, you're going to go ahead, dip your brush into Freestyle, and that, apply it from your crease all the way up to your brow. I wanted to use this brush. It's a little bit of a more fluffy brush, and this is from the Sephora line, and it's a Sephora all over shadow brush, which is exactly the type of thing I would like to use for this. Right up to your brow. The fun thing about this look is that it doesn't have to be super duper neat and precise like how you would want if you were saying going to do a cut crease or something like that. Once you have that nice and how you want it, then you'll move on, and you want to go ahead and apply kinky to your brow bone. So right here, and just blend it right on up into Freestyle. The next thing you're going to do is take Perversion, and you're going to line your upper and lower lids about halfway across. And because you're going to smudge it out, make sure you get a decent amount of product on your actual lid and smudge it. So now you have this, and it looks insane, but that's okay because we're not done. The next step of this process is to go ahead, take Rockstar, which is this color here, the purple one. Take a small brush, dip your brush into Rockstar, and you're going to, from your inner corner, line your lower lid with Rockstar, blending it right into and around Perversion. And after that, this is a double-ended Urban Decay. This is from the electric palette. It's a double-ended brush. It came with the palette. Again, just tap this out before you get started there. So on your lid, you're gonna pat some Rockstar, inner corner to outer corner, blend it right into the Perversion that you had smudged on your lash line. Wing it out just a little. And make sure these meet. So you see how I have this little angle here? Make sure they meet. Once you're happy with the color that you have and that you've smudged it and did everything, then you can move on to the next step. This is a tapered blending brush. This is my Sigma E4. Oh Lord, I think my house is haunted. Anyway, let me regain my composure. My Sigma E45 tapered blending brush. You're going to dip this right into asphalt. You're going to blend this color into your crease and up into freestyle. And as you can see, that's really smoking it out there. There we go. I like to do little circles and do and do. Boom. The next step, same brush, dip it in blackout. Ever so slightly intensify that crease right in the crease. So as you can see, I switched brushes. You're gonna go ahead, sorry, there's a ladybug in my house. You're gonna go ahead and take a small brush and you're going to trace a thin line right around here. Halfway, yeah, about halfway across. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing here. Tight line right up in here. Halfway across. The next step is to go ahead and reline the outer third of your eye with your black pencil. I'm using Perversion because that's what I have. You use what you have. So, back over it. So there's that. If I put this back where it belongs, I won't lose it. There's a little slot in it, and I never put it in there. Next step, line your waterline, which I'm sure many of you know is this line here, and tight line, which is that one there of your eyelids. So you're going to go ahead and line from the outer corner to the inner corner of your water and your tight lines with your black pencil. When doing my tight line, I find it is easy to just look off because otherwise you just blink and it gets a little crazy. Now, ordinarily for my own everyday makeup, I do not tightline. And I rarely do my waterline because my eyes are like ticklish or something. And almost without fail, it makes my eyes water. And it makes them red and irritated. And, you know, that's not cute. And do your waterline with blackout again. And again, this is like a setting action. You're gonna, powder is always going to be used to set. Now, for me, with such a bold look, I almost always would put a lash on. You probably, no, I think you could notice it. I think you can notice the difference, can't you? Anyway, I'm using my Duo lash adhesive. What? Look what happened, y'all. I'm very irritated at that. Y'all need to know. There was like a clog in it and it just exploded. So don't use this much lash adhesive because you'll never ever need this much for one eyelash or 2 or 10. I take the back of a tweezer, dip it in, rub it on the lash band. Then I take it like so, wave it around, blow it. Because if you start trying to manipulate this while it's too wet, it just turns into the biggest freaking hassle. But if it's just the right amount of tack to it, it go on like a dream. just like so. Oh, I hope I don't get this glue in my hair. As close to the lash line as you can swing it. I didn't put my foundation on earlier because I knew there was going to be a lot of fallout, and these are dark colors, and I wanted to be able to clean up and then do my foundation. Clean up. And for this look, be sure not to go right up because you did all that, getting all that smoky and right under. So don't go right to your lash line. So the camera just turned off on me and I'm not 100% sure where this whole thing ended. So I hope at least you got the eyeshadow bit, and I started doing my foundation. So as I was saying, just be sure to go ahead and blend that right up into your hairline. Once you're satisfied with what you did there, you can go ahead and set with powder. For this, I'm going to use my MAC Studio Fix in NW48 and my Sigma large powder base brush. And I just do an all over sweep. Do it down into your jawline. Into your hairline, over your brows. And there you go. Is I have this L'Oreal finishing powder, mineral finishing powder, which gives you a little bit of a shimmer. So I'm gonna do that instead on my cheekbones. So with something this much, I don't really like to do a really strong lip. I would even encourage a nice nude lip. But I have this Sephora gloss in Tangy Bite, and I'm just gonna put that on. It goes on fairly clear. It's got like a little bit of a purpley tint to it, which can kind of play off of the purpley situation I got going on up here. And there you have it. Rockstar. So this is some Rockstar hair. Something's going on with this hair. So anyway, this was my first time recording a makeup video, so if it's a little scattered, I'm sorry. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you didn't find it redundant, or you didn't feel like, oh, I've already seen a video like this a million times. Yeah, my goal is to go ahead and recreate for you all of the looks in the Urban Decay Smoked Lookbook. So this was the first one that I chose, Rockstar. I hope you enjoyed it. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You can find me on Instagram at Exotic MUA. You can find me on Facebook, Facebook/Exotic MUA. The links will be in the description bar below. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye guys.